Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to another reaction video. Guys, if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Cheese. Guys, I'm going to be reacting to this amazing video which I believe you're going to love. This is really interesting, and trust me guys, you're going to love and enjoy every bit of this video. So the title of this video goes like this: Cool Question Time, and we have some panel of judges in our midst, and their names are Ed Miliband, Douglas Morin, Saiden Walls, and David MC Cole. Guys, I'm super sure you're going to love and enjoy every bit of this video. So no further talking, let's dive into it and watch it out.
Government should be doing something now. Climate change isn't coming. It's not going to be in 5 years, 6 years. It's now. All you have to do is look at what's happening in our country with regards to floods to realise climate change, you can't plan for the future. You need to plan now. It's happening. It's here right now.
So we always hold on. There's a question of the government. Ed.
What I would say to this gentleman is that we are trying to do two things. First of all, there's a bill in Parliament to say that by 2050 and going down gradually over time, we have to reduce our carbon emissions by 60%. And for the first time, just like you have a financial budget, there will be a carbon budget. And that is supported by all parties. But secondly, and this is very important because Britain is only 2% of global emissions, for the first time, we have got all countries to agree that they will establish a new agreement on climate change by 2009. Now, you're right. It should be happening quicker. You're right about...
What about the US? They're one of the biggest polluters in the world.
Sure. And look, what I would say about that is that we have a massive job internationally, and this is about us. We have a massive job to persuade the US population that climate change is a real and immediate threat to them. Now, I think something like Hurricane Katrina, which was a tragic event, has started to change opinion in the US, but the US political leaders, lots of people won't like George Bush, but the US political leaders are doing actually where their populations think they should be. We need, internationally, and that's why I think Live Earth can play a contribution, we need to change opinion in the US, and that can only be done by the kind of movement I'm talking about.
Okay. What about at home? Sorry.
No, go on. You go on, and then the person there, and the woman there, in green.
Okay.
Yeah. Speak away.
Hi there. Mr. Miliband has just said that...
Can't see from here.
Mr. Miliband has just said that popular opinion is an effective pressure on government in terms of climate change. Why then won't he commit to an 80% reduction in the climate bill, as the Big Arse campaign has campaigned for?
Well, that is something that is being looked at, actually. I mean, we've published a draft bill, and there's consultation going on, and it's for the person who's in charge of the environment in government to make that decision. But that is something that is being looked at, and I don't think anyone's in any doubt that we need to set a very stretching and demanding target.
Is that your brother who's in charge of that?
He used to be, actually.
Yeah. What did he do?
Well, I think not that I'm here to defend my brother, because you always ask me about my brother, but he introduced, with cross-party support, and I acknowledge that, the first climate change bill. As I said, the first time we've got a carbon budget for the UK as well as a financial budget.
The woman there in the four-in, yes, in blue, pale blue, yes.
It could be more effective if these pop stars, if they actually practice what they were preaching rather than come to a concert, sing, and then go back to their roots.
Right, let's take another question. Poppy McPherson, please.
Should the West now have a more sympathetic approach to Hamas in light of their involvement in the release of Alan Johnson?
In the light of Hamas's involvement in the release of Alan Johnson, should the West now take a more sympathetic approach to them? Well, Douglas Murray, you better start on that.
Well, the answer is no. Of course not. I'd like to know who it was who was booing in the audience. I'd like to know who the Hamas supporter is in the audience here. Hamas is a terrorist organization which makes a fetish out of the murder of Jews. And I'd like to know who it was who thought that that movement was a good thing. This, incidentally, if you don't mind...
Oh my God.
Let me tell you what these people were doing just a couple of weeks ago to their own co-religionists in the Gaza, where they went to their next-door neighbors and threw people off buildings and shot people in the back when they were running away. And you think now this is a rehabilitated organization because they posed for the release of a journalist? Because they posed and organized that to look good?
Nice one. Oh my God.
Do you agree with that?
I don't understand Douglas, most of what he says. I mean, I appreciate the comments that you make, but Douglas, you make them with such venom and such bizarre language. No, you know, with bizarre language that it really doesn't help.
I'm sorry, you can cozy up with Hamas, you can hug Hamas if you want.
Douglas, you've had your fair share. Let us speak.
It doesn't help. We need to look forward for things. I think that I actually welcome the fact that Hamas were actually involved in the release of this person, and it was the first step. But we must be very clear about Hamas in terms of moving forward. Should we appreciate them? Well, I hope that any organisation would help in the release of a hostage. And I think that we need to be very clear about this. In the recognition of Hamas, the quartet principles have been very, very clear. Hamas, if it is to be a responsible government, must recognise the state of Israel. It must denounce violence, and it must be prepared to accept previous peace agreements. So what we have to send out the message to Hamas is, this is a first step, but you know what the table rules are, and if you're prepared to come to the table, then maybe we can think about it.
How do you distinguish between them and the way we negotiated with the IRA?
I think we said exactly the same.
Without them doing any of these things?
No, well, we did. We made it very, very clear. They have to denounce violence, they have to be prepared to put down their arms, and they have to be prepared to recognise. I mean, they were not saying that they do not recognise the existence of Britain or did not want that state to
Ireland,
exist.
and they didn't have to give up that claim during the negotiations.
I still have Mr. Shalit. I still have Mr. Shalit.
Okay, the answer to your question is no. There should be no change in policy. But I think the question that we need to look at now is, why haven't we been negotiating with them from the start? Now, okay, I understand all the points. They are a terrorist organisation and they are causing horrific acts of violence. The issue is, we asked the Palestinians, one of the parts of negotiating with the Palestinian Authority was for them to form a democratically elected parliament. They elected Hamas. Now, I'm not saying that Hamas is necessarily a really great party, but because we asked them to do this, are we not behind the fact that they've put Hamas in power? We've been neglecting the Palestinian Authority. We haven't given them a state, and we haven't even helped them on their way to find a solution here. And I think if we started to do that, if we started to help find them a solution, then maybe Hamas wouldn't be in power. But yes, we should be negotiating with Hamas as a political organisation, not as a terrorist group.
The woman in the back there in spectacles.
I was really engrossed on this because I love things like this. Yes, I really love things like this. Like each of these people, guys, they were just trying to, to make their opinion in different way. And guys, they all passed their a very, very respectful manner. That was really also like, guys, like I love it. I love it when people very, very respectful manner. Guys, like, do you know, Douglas Murray was like, he was trying to pass a message to the audience. He was telling them, okay, that if we do these things like this, that people must talk, and even if we don't do it, that people must talk. If we involve ourselves, that they must talk, and if we don't involve ourselves, that they must surely talk. And the people was like, okay, but why did you do it before? Why do you involve yourself before? They were like, okay, because it was through the involvement that they are facing some challenges. And he was like, okay, whether we do it or whether we did not do it, that surely that people must talk. Guys, like, or more people, like everybody must try to to make their different points. They must try to to bring their different opinion, yes, in different ways. And guys, everybody have different ways of reasoning. Yes, each of us, we have different ways of reasoning, not the way you think that another person think, not the way Mr. A think that Mr. B will think, not the way you analyze things that another person will analyze. We all have our different opinion. We all have our different points to make, and the reason are really quite different. Like each of them, they were just trying to prove a point. Yes, this person tried to make a point and the other person tried to make a point. Yes, but the good thing is that at the end of everything, I believe that they are going to look at different points that each of them has made, and they are going to finalize in one if they are going to specialize on this particular one or not. Guys, like, I really loved it. It was really intensive. It was really fun. Yes, it was really fun. I was just like, guys, like, I was really engrossed on this. Yes, what a beautiful one. Guys, what do you think about this video? Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section, and I will be there waiting for you. Let me know your point of view, okay? Let me know it in the comment section, and I will be right there waiting for you guys. Like, I really love and enjoyed every bit of this. I really love the argument. It was really awesome, guys. I'm so excited sharing this video with you, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this as well. So guys, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, okay? Like this video. So stay tuned and see you in my next one. Bye.